circumstances. It's just gone 4:30 and you're not going to go home tonight, are you?
That's correct, and this is a voluntary for me as well. But there is a serious purpose behind this.
So what's happening tonight?
I'm going to spend the night in custody, as a normal occupant would do, no favours, and with luck, I should be let out tomorrow morning.
What's your reasoning for doing this?
I think this gives me an opportunity, in quite an innovative way, to highlight some of those issues that I get asked about, and I want to experience it for myself. So there are four main issues here tonight that I think I would like to start a debate about and get people to be aware about. The first is our struggle with mental health and the way that can affect people and can then be played out in the custody scenario. Secondly, I want to make sure that there's an awareness that children can spend a night in this sort of environment. I want to experience that so that I can understand it for myself. Thirdly, there are far too many veterans from our armed forces who can find their way into custody, and I want to find out the experience that they go through to be able to talk to them and discuss with the various organisations that help veterans. And finally, we are responsible in my office for the appointment and running of the Independent Custody Visitor Scheme, and they are terrific people. They do a lot of voluntary work, and I'd like to see them operating. They will be coming to visit me as well, and I've always supported them since I was elected to this position nearly 4 years ago.
And ahead of spending the night in one of the police cells, I mean, how do you think the experience will be?
Good question. I'll tell you tomorrow morning. I want to experience that. I'm not absolutely sure what feelings I will have as the door is slammed shut in not too many hours' time. But I'd like to experience it. I think to understand vulnerability and the criminal justice system, I think it's a question of thinking about it and to some extent experiencing it as much as you possibly can.
I understand you're also looking to try and raise some money out of tonight's event?
I am. I want there to be some practical outcomes from this. So I'm raising money for two charities. There's the Care of Police Survivors, which is the principal policing charity, and there's the Army Benevolent Fund. And I have close links to both of those organisations, and I'd like to raise as much money as we can.
Okay. So I just need to ask you some questions in relation to your health so I can determine what welfare needs you have. Do you require any help reading or writing?
No.
Thank you. Do you have any current injuries?
No.
Do you have any current medical conditions?
No.
Do you have any allergies, specific dietary needs or religious dietary needs?
No.
Is there anyone who's adversely affected by you being here, such as a young child?
No. I'm a grandfather.
Okay. But there's
not
no child that
not
would
my
need
own
you
children.
to be there to protect them?
Yeah.
Is there anything I can currently do to help you?
No.
If that changes, please speak to me.
Yeah.
When you go to the cell, we'll explain to you how the cell system works, how you can speak to us through the intercom, how you can flush the loo, request meals, etc. Okay. If you do have any medication whilst you're here, we will ask you to prove to us that you've taken those meds. In essence, we'll ask you to open your mouth. Yeah. And when you have a blanket, please don't stick it over your head so we can see that you're okay. All right. That concludes the risk assessments. What I would do now is I'd ask you to sign to say you've answered truthfully in relation to health questions, and you sign that. Thank you. So now we'll do the search. If you could stand on the search criteria.
Yeah. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll search you from top to bottom. I'll start with your back and work my way to your front. Could I put your arms out for me, please? Thank you.
Is that heating itself?
Yeah.
I don't need to.
I'll give you that. Okay. I'll cover it for you. call button. Press that, and you can speak to us, ask whatever. Flush the toilet is here. That button there is for drinking. Is to wash your hands. That button there is for drinking water. I'll get you a cup now so you can get whatever drinks you want. Okay. If you want hot drinks, speak to me and I'll bring those. Okay. Now it's time.